Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Lions franchise. So hit that like button. In last episode, we saw a result of bad safety play, and we tried to move Amani Oruwariye to safety, but it just didn't work out. And our backup safety is just an undrafted free agent, and I just think that we probably need to upgrade at this position, especially since we do use Diggs at the sub linebacker position when we can. So we definitely need that second, safety behind him. So I'm looking at a couple of guys on the trading block. Looking at Amani Hooker, who's decent. He's 70 overall. He's got decent tackling, decent zone. And then I think it comes down to Armani Watts. I don't want to break the bank here. I don't want to give up a whole lot for an elite safety because I don't really need an elite one. I just need a guy that's capable of playing backup. So I do decide to go after Hooker. I offer Johnson and a 6th round pick and see if the Titans will bite on a trade. And I really like Hooker. I mean, he's still young, 22 years old as well, so we can still develop him. And look at this, they do accept that trade, a 6th round pick and an undrafted free agent. That's actually really good value for a 70 overall safety. So now we get into our player upgrades. Looking at Joel Edwards, who was our 2nd round pick this past draft. He is at 70. He is our starter right now. I was going to start Bruce Irvin over him, but Edwards really popped in the preseason, so he did earn that spot. Decent tackling. He definitely needs to get up his zone, though, and just his coverage overall. So we are going up against the Green Bay Packers, and they do bring back Aaron Rodgers at age 36. He is still a superstar X Factor, but look at his ratings. They actually declined quite a bit. And this is one thing that they said they fixed a little bit, but I mean, he went down quite a bit to be at 84 overall. Aaron Rodgers will not be that low next season. I guarantee it. And I wish they would kind of fix it. They kind of tweaked it a little bit, but they didn't really. But they did end up drafting a guy that we were looking at in the draft, Richard Weiss, 21 years old out of USF. He's a pretty good receiver. He reminds me a lot of what we had in Danny Amendola last year. Decent speed, but good route running as a rookie, 70 overall. I was going to look forward to developing him, but we did pass on him and we let him drop in. We missed out on that opportunity. So here we are going up against the Packers. They are the tough team in this division. Both have good offense and good defense, and their pass rush is really good. I remember last year they had like a 7-sack game on us, so we're going to need to block well. So here is Rodgers out onto the field to start the game here in the first quarter. Here's a quick throw across the middle. That's actually caught by Valdez-Scantling. And we get them to a 3rd and 4. They're inside the red zone. Here is Rodgers stepping up in the pocket. He's going to go down, and that's going to be a sack. That is Snacks Harrison for the half sack. He only gets credit for the half sack, and we do get them to settle for the field goal on that drive. So I will kind of play the moments in this game and kind of jump in as I see fit. I will play every single moment, but I also will kind of jump in on offensive possessions or defensive possessions when I kind of want to play. So that's kind of the format that I will be running in this episode and episodes where I try to do multiple games. So here is Stafford here on a 2nd and 7. Here's a throw out to the right side. There is a nice catch that time by Jesse James, I believe that was, at the tight end position. Here's a throw across the middle. This time, Kerryon Johnson moving the ball inside the 30-yard line here with 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Slinging out to the right side. 3rd and 3. This time, it's Tajay Sharp in the slot. He's got that one, and it's a 1st down. So we do give it to him on the jet sweep. He gets to the outside. He's going to get run down from behind by Zadarius Smith, but he's going to be shaken up on the play. But we do eventually pick up the 1st down. So inside of 3 minutes, here's a handoff. This time, Elijah Holyfield, who is getting his first playing time this season. He gets it inside the 5 as we try to sneak it in on a 3rd and goal. And that's going to be stopped just short. And we're going to line up to go for it here on a 4th and goal. Handoff, Holyfield, stopped in the backfield. It's Smith again. He gets the stop. And wow, Green Bay makes the goal line stand. So since we did get them pinned inside the 5, we do get them to punt the ball away before half. So we do get the ball back, and here's a throw across the middle. TJ Hockenson with the catch across the middle for a first down. So now on the 3rd and 14, here's a deep throw across up the seam, and that's going to be deflected by the defender, intended for Tajay Sharp. And we do end up kicking the field goal and going into half down by 3 points. So now we start this second half, down 13-3 here, 3 minutes left here in the third quarter, and look at that throw by Stafford. That one wasn't even close. No idea where he was throwing that one. So we do go for it here on a 4th and 5. Throw over the middle. That's Marvin Jones playing in the slot that time, and it's going to be a first down catch. So now under 3 minutes now, Stafford from the shotgun. He's going to drop back a little bit, throw to the end zone. He's got a man. That's Marvin Jones who goes up with it. And Marvin Jones actually has like 97 spectacular catch. So I actually expect him to come down with a lot of those. But on a 3rd and 10, here in the pocket. Here is a sack that time, and the defensive line does collapse on us. And we lose a few yards, and we settle for the field goal. So now it is 13-6 here to start the fourth quarter. Aaron Rodgers throw out to the left side. It's going to be deflected, trying to find Weiss on that one. And that's a nice play by our veteran corners that time, Aaron Colvin, and Justin Coleman, as they do line up for the field goal. But it's going to be a fake, and they're going to throw it out to left side. And it's almost picked off. They tried to catch us off guard. We were ready for that fake punt, and Boyle cannot find his man. That should have been picked off by Jared Davis, but we'll take the field position instead. So now on the next drive, here's a throw out to the left side. That's Marvin Jones getting open. And now we move the ball to about the 30-yard line. 9 minutes left here in the fourth. Throw out to the left side. It's Jones again. He's going to fall and catch that one for the first down. So now at the 17-yard line, this time Stafford, he's going to throw across the middle. He's got Tajay Sharp, who's actually been our leading receiver so far to start this season. I really like what he's bringing to our team. He's signed to a 2-year deal here in the offseason. So here on the next play, throw to the end zone. It's a touchdown. Marvin Jones. Remember, he was top 5 in receiving last year. He will be looking to follow that up as we do tie this game up at 13 apiece. But the Packers do eventually drive, running a man in motion, now inside the 5-yard line. They're going to hand it off this time. Aaron Jones, he's walking into the end zone, and they're on the board again. And the Packers just have a really good offense, and they drive down the field, yet giving us another drive to go and tie this game up late in the game. But luckily, on the offensive side, we do have TJ Hockenson, who can pretty much be a mismatch nightmare on any single linebacker that's lined up on him. And he picks up a big gain as we move the ball inside the 5-yard line. Throw to the middle. Equinemius St. Brown, the former Packer against his old team, is going to drop that one in the end zone. And that makes it a 4th and 2. Stafford, throw across the middle. It's going to be caught. Marvin Jones again, his second touchdown of the game. And we tie this game up. Under 2 minutes left. And here are the Pack back on the field. So we've seen this story before. Aaron Rodgers with a chance to go ahead and win this game on the first play of the next drive. Holding call on the play. He throws it deep, and it's going to be knocked down. But who is the holding on? And it's going to be on the offense, as now they lose ground and now bring it to a 3rd and 21. Here's a handoff. Aaron Jones can't get free. He actually loses ground, and we do call the timeout. So we do get them to punt the ball away. We have no timeouts left, so we need a good return here. Abdullah, he's going to break it to the left side. Put on a juke move. Get out of bounds with 6 seconds left at about the 41-yard line. And that one is going to set up a 58-yard field goal here in this ice kicker camera view. And we are going to kick the long one. Is it going to be on target? But it's going to be wide to the right. So I'm not sure that really had the distance anyway. But it's wide to the right, and this one goes into overtime. So now to start this overtime quarter, remember in the NFL there's only one overtime quarter in the regular season, and here is a handoff up the middle. That is Kerryon Johnson. So now a 3rd and 6 throw out to left side, and Matt Stafford's just going to miss his man on that one, And that's going to bring it to a 4th and 6. And look at us. We're being aggressive here at the 45, going for it. Stafford, he's going to throw across the middle. He's got Tajay Sharp. What a great signing he's been so far. Matt Stafford has thrown 52 passes in this game. So now, here we go. 36-yard line. Handoff to the left side. Here is Kerryon Johnson cutting back, running over a defender, and moving the ball inside of field goal range at about the 25-yard line. On the next play, he's going to continue to run the ball. Kerryon, he's got a lot of power to him, and he's got a 9-yard gain on that one. So now a 3rd and 1, giving it right back to him, but this time it's going to be stopped. Zadarius Smith has had his fingerprints all over this game, and we do end up settling for the field goal. So now this game moves into the hands of Aaron Rodgers. Here's a throw across the middle. It's Jimmy Graham. And I'm pretty sure he's been regressing quite a bit, but he gets a 1st down catch on that one. So now, here's Rodgers. Deep shot down the left sideline. He's got Devontae Adams, who does beat our man in coverage, Aaron Colvin. And wow, what a big play on that one. Devontae Adams now into field goal range. So now on a 2nd and 3, throw across the middle. It's Aaron Jones. He's open on the arrow route, getting inside the 5-yard line. And while Rodgers is moving the ball, they still have 2.5 minutes left here in this overtime. So now at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, handoff, and Aaron Jones does get in, and we end up losing this game, and we just could not stop Aaron Rodgers on any single one of those drives unless it was like inside, the 10-yard line or so. They had to go the distance. They did whatever they wanted there in those last 2 possessions, and they ended up beating us here. And wow, I mean, the first game of this 2-game series that we have against them on the season, and it's going to be a loss. So we do walk away of that game with some terrible news. You notice that Kenny Golladay wasn't in. Well, there was a reason. Broken tailbone, out 20 weeks. That will end his season. And he is in a contract year as well, so this will definitely hurt him. Now, I don't know if I'm going to extend him, but right now, it's giving me something to think about because he is in his mid-20s, still in his prime, but a guy that's coming off injury, you don't know if you want to give that guy the type of money that he was demanding before. So now we're forced to look at a replacement. I'm looking at the trading block, and the only guy I really see that's interesting is Josh Reynolds, but he is really, really good. You can see that he's star development, pretty much the same as Kenny Golladay, to be honest. Like star development, mid-20s. Obviously, Josh Reynolds is rated a little bit lower, but still, it's really, really capable. So we do decide to offer them a couple of draft picks here, 2 different fourth rounders, and Will Harris, but they're not biting at all. And I just don't think it's worth kind of breaking the bank just to get a replacement wide receiver unless it's like a top tier receiver. And that's not what Josh Reynolds is. So we do decide to just promote Travis Fulgham from our practice squad. So we are going up against the 2-0 Chicago Bears next. This NFC North has actually started out really, really well besides us, obviously. So we're going to have a tough division this year. Everybody's gotten better, and so have we a little bit. But our defense, I think, has regressed a little bit from our linebacking standpoint. And also losing Tavon Wilson, I think, was a bigger blow than what I initially thought, because having that backup safety who was really, really reliable has definitely made a big difference. I didn't think it would be this big a difference, but I guess it shows when you have Diggs in at that sub linebacker position and then not a good safety backing him up. But hopefully, the guy that we just traded for will make a difference, as Hooker will need to play a big role at safety. So here we go here in this doubleheader, and we're going up against the Bears. Like I said, they're 2-0, and we are at home, as here is Stafford getting going here in the first quarter with the throw across the middle. That's going to be Marvin Jones. He's going to have to step up big time. So now at the 18, here's Kerryon running the ball up the middle. He's going to break a tackle and get to about the 11-yard line. So now 4 wide receivers out there. This time Khalil Mack. We have some help on the outside, and we do get it to Travis Fulgham. His first catch since being a starter now, because he's going to need to step up and play a lot. So now at the 4, here's a handoff. Kerryon, he's in for the touchdown, and that does take the lead for us here in the first quarter. But then Chicago goes back and answers back. So now here we are to start the second quarter. Here's Kerryon breaking out to the right side, puts on a juke move, and does pick up the first down. So at the 46-yard line, this time 2 tight ends out there and a fullback. This time play action fake, throw across the middle. It's Marvin Jones making it to about the 25-yard line. Nice catch, way to hold on to that one, and it's a first down. So now at the 18-yard line, here's the throw across the middle, just getting rid of it right before Mack was in our face, and that's going to be enough for a first down. So trips to the left side and Hockenson to the right. Here's a handoff. Kerryon Johnson up the middle, and that is a gain of 8. So now 2nd and 3 at about the 7-yard line. This time Stafford trips to the left again. He's going to try to move out to the right side. Khalil Mack isn't even in the game this time, and he's gonna scramble to the right side. That's Stafford showing some rare wheels on that one. Nobody was even out there to get him, and he basically gives us a 4-point lead. But on the next drive, here's Tarik Cohen getting going on his own. He's breaking into the end zone, and he's saying not so fast. We'll take that lead right back, and the Bears end up taking that 3-point lead. But we do end up tying it on a field goal, and here we are to start the second half. And take another look at this run play. Look at this glitch. Madden just needs to patch these. I think the big hits are just a little too overpowering like that. The computer can just glitch into you, and it'll just like end up resulting in a play like that. Speaking of sacks and big-time plays, there's Khalil Mack getting in for his 2nd sack of the game. Bringing it to a 3rd and 20. Deep shot across the middle, and it's going to be knocked down by Eddie Jackson, intended for T.J. Hockenson. And we do not come away with anything on that drive. But on the ensuing possession, here are the Bears back on an offense, giving it right back to Tarik Cohen, and he's getting up the middle. And that's another touchdown for him, his 2nd of the day on the ground. So now we move this one on to the 4th quarter. Here's a throw across the middle with 6 minutes left here in the game. That's a terrible throw by Stafford, as that's actually going to be almost picked up by Roquan Smith. And we do end up kicking a field goal, making it an 8-point game. So we do eventually add on another field goal, making it 31-26. Here's a throw across the middle. It's Taylor Gabriel open. The Chicago Bears have a ton of weapons on offense. I mean, a ton. And that is a big first down at about the 25-yard line. On the next play, we're setting a blitz, and it's Quandre Diggs getting in for the sack, his first sack of the season. And we do eventually get them to kick the field goal, but that's going to make it an 8-point game with under 2 minutes left. Can we drive down the field and perhaps tie this game up? So here is Stafford on the first play. He's going to throw across the middle. It's T.J. Hockenson. He's got it, and that's enough for a first down. So under center, once again, Stafford. He's going to move out to the right side. Khalil Mack isn't rushing this time. He's going to throw it away, and it's going to be caught by Marvin Jones. And that's going to be a face mask on that play. And now we move the ball closer with another 15 yards. So now at the 24-yard line, this time throw out to the right side. It's Jesse James getting hit and moving out of bounds, stopping the clock, as we still do only have one timeout left. So here is Stafford under center, 2nd and 4. This time they do send Mack in, but we're blocking him well. That's a nice throw across the middle to Marvin Jones, and we get the ball inside the 10. Throw to the end zone. It's going to be caught. That's Marvin Jones, touchdown. And Stafford shows some magic in this one, but we're still down 2. We got to go for it to tie it up. So now from the shotgun at the 2-yard line, throwing it to the right side. It's caught. That's TJ again. And he's in. 40 seconds left, and we do tie this game up, as the Bears do have a couple of timeouts left as they come out with the play action fake. Trubisky throwing the ball deep. It's going to be deflected and almost picked off by Darius Slay, and that one does save it here at the end of regulation, and it moves this game into overtime, 34-34. So now to start overtime, we do start out with the ball. Here's a carry out to the left side, and that's going to be a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Here's a throw out to the left side. That's Travis Fulgham, who can't hold on to it the first time, bobbles it, and comes up with it. It's enough for the first down. So now at the 43-yard line, this time Stafford, he's going to throw to the right side off his back foot. He's going to find Hockenson, but he's going to drop it here. And you see Matt Stafford actually threw for 3 interceptions in this game. Remember, I said I was playing the moments, and that all happened when we were playing moments. So now 4th and 10. This time Stafford throws to the left side. And we're going to be bold on this one. Go for it. And Marvin Jones does come up with it. And that's enough for a first down. So now at the 26-yard line, here on a 3rd and 8, throw across the middle. It's Amir Abdullah who's getting in, and he catches one out of the backfield, and that is enough for a first down, and we get to about the 13-yard line. So now a 2nd and 10, 4 wide receivers out there. This time Khalil Mack does get around the right tackle and gets in for his 5th sack of the game, and he is in the zone. And I don't know how our team does when we do play these moments, but it seems like they're either throwing interceptions or giving up sacks to Khalil Mack. So now on a 3rd and long, we do get inside the 5-yard line on that throw, and we do end up kicking the field goal. Remember, there is 1 overtime period, so it's just like the sideline is your friend, the clock is also your friend here in overtime. So now here's Trubisky back out onto the field. This time trying to buy some time. He's going to get sacked this time, Damon Harrison. And wow, they lose 9 yards. And this clock continues to run. They're not calling any timeout. Here's Trubisky, throw across the middle. It's Trey Burton. He's going to catch it. And look at this clock. It's going to continue to run. And the Bears are going to let this run out. What are they thinking? They could have called a timeout. And just poor clock management from the CPU. And we go on to win this game by 3 points here in overtime. Kerryon Johnson has a good game. Goes for 70 yards and a touchdown. Marvin Jones goes over 100 yards and a touchdown. Big game from him. 9 receptions. As he's going to need to be our clear-cut star now. As Quandre Diggs and Damon Harrison get a sack apiece. And it looks like Sean Chapman actually got one as well. He was our 3rd-round pick. He's a rookie, and Aaron Colvin does get an interception. And on the Bears side, remember I highlighted those 3 interceptions. Kyle Fuller actually got 2, and Eddie Jackson got 1 as well. So now we move into some player upgrades. And looking at a couple of our guys that we do want to develop, Tracy Walker is definitely one of them. And I really like Tracy Walker. He's really showed me some things here in this franchise, and I like the improvement I've seen from him. I do want to get that development trait up 1, but he goes up 1 in speed with that upgrade. So now he's at a 90 speed. Pretty good. So now we move on to our last upgrade here. It's going to be Tim Jackson, the cornerback. He was our undrafted free agent who does have the hidden dev trait, and he does upgrade as well. So we do get some news out of that game. You notice that Amir Abdullah was in. Well, that was because Elijah Holyfield has suffered a dislocated ankle and will miss 7 weeks. So we do decide to advance ahead one more time. I didn't want to play the Packers twice in one episode, so I decided to sim ahead, and we end up losing this game. And look at the sim Matt Stafford. 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That just shows you how inconsistent Stafford's been so far to start this season, and hopefully it does get better, because remember, I did adjust his contract. In real life, he is signed for, I believe, 4 more years, but there is a potential out after the 2020 season, so I kind of updated his contract to reflect that, to kind of give us a decision to make at the end of the season whether to re-sign him or not. We'll see. We kind of play it like real life. We'll see. So we start out the season 1-3. The Packers start out 4-0, and everybody else starts out better than us. The Vikings are 3-1 as well. Bears are 2-2. And right now, not the start we imagine here, as we start out 1-3. So we do go up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Carolina Panthers, and the Vikings next episode, so you don't want to miss that one. But Stafford does start out 4 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Definitely not ideal. Kerryon Johnson is running the ball well, though. I'm really proud of what he's doing, but Stafford is just not doing well. So we're gonna need to turn some things around in the next episode. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. We'll kind of highlight the draft class a little bit as well. So you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.